Very excited. I haven't played squads yet, but we'll be doing that together for the first time tonight. OMG, I hate Twitch emotes. And make me some emotes. I'll pay you. Since you're an artiste. Then you can use whatever emotes you want. If I were to draw, they would all look like scary and like creepy and shit, you know, like not in a like funny creepy, like artistically creepy kind of way. I don't think that's like what I want for this channel. But I used to be an RA back when I was in undergrad, so I was a resident advisor, which is basically just a professional hall monitor. You know, fucking narc and all that shit. But when you're an RA, you get to decorate the whole hall or the whole building. So I was an RA for 3 years. So I was living at the dorms like the entire time that I was at university. So the first 2 years I lived in this these dorms that were like typical dorms. They're like the hallways, the long ones that you see in college movies and stuff. So one of those like long hallway type dorms where there's like 70 people living on top of each other, right? And they have like one living room area. So that's where I lived my first year, and then I was an RA for that my second year. And then my fourth year, I got booted. I lived 3 years in the same like dormitory, and then they moved me to the fancy section. So the fancy section is an entire building. So instead of a hallway, it was like this giant building, not giant. It was like 2 floors, and each floor had 1, 2, 3, 4 different hallways. So they were like 4 different hallways, so 8 hallways, and each of the hallways were separated by gender. So you had the binary, of course. So you had men in one hall, and then women, and then men, and then women, and then on top as well. And for each of those halls, there's like maybe 4 rooms. But yeah, so then I was an RA for that. The thing is, so you get to decorate, right? My first year when I decorated, I chose to decorate it Dark Knight style. So like the Batman movies, not Robert Pattinson. We're talking, this is showing my age, obviously, but yeah, I mean, yeah, it's pretty cringy. What do you call it when Batman doesn't go to church? Christian Bale? That's good. I like that. So, yeah, I'll just pull those. Unfortunately, I don't have pictures from, like, my second year. My second year, I did Game of Thrones, which also, ow, you know? And then my third year, I decorated the entire building in Nicolas Cage films, which kind of bit me in the butt because people thought that I was a big Nicolas Cage fan when I was just doing it for the memes and nobody got it. So shows you how funny I am. Am I saying I'm not a big Nick Cage fan? Okay, now I am. Like, you can't. I watched so many Nicolas Cage movies just to decorate. So like, you know, I kind of am. And then the thing is, when you decorate an entire building in Nicolas Cage themed paraphernalia, everybody's gonna assume you love Nick Cage, unfortunately. So people were sending me, like, phone cases with Nicolas Cage's face on it. I have a pillowcase my sister gave me. I'll show it in a second. And then I read a book about Nicolas Cage and his like type of acting and his approach to acting. It was, yeah, I really manifested all that. You are right, Anne. It was kind of ridiculous. So now I'm like, yeah, I love Nick Cage. I haven't seen all his movies because he's taken up so many movies. I've watched quite a few of them. Like, I've watched Moonlight. Moonlight was one of the films that I put the thing in. There's also Rumblefish. That was Moonlight and Rumblefish were 2 of his first movies. So I had one hall decorated with Rumblefish, one with Moonlight. Moonlight is a movie that he did with Cher. And Cher specifically saw him in Rumblefish and was like, we need to get this new Nicolas Cage guy in my movie. He needs to be the love interest. So he was hired, which is pretty cool. Yes, his new movie is great. The Unbearable Weight of Talent. Yes, it's so good. I watched that one too, and it's so funny. And when I found out about that movie, the first thing that happened was people were sending me stuff about it, being like, "Oh my God, Fernanda!" And by people, I mean my sister. So it was Rumblefish, Moonlight. I had National Treasure. I had The Sorcerer's Apprentice for the hall where I lived. It really has followed me all this time. Hold on, I gotta show you this pillow because it's amazing. And the pillow was actually in The Unbearable Weight of Talent. My sister's very salty about the fact that I haven't actually used the pillowcase, but I don't have a pillow to stick it in. I have like actual nice pillows that I don't want to use. Okay, so here's the pillow. And then you know, you do the whole like pillowcase sequin thing, right? Let me see if I can get it. There he is. We got it. His stare. He's just looking in your eyes, chat. Getting right up in there. Yes, it's literally in his movie. I was like, I have that. And as soon as I said that, my sister was just like, yeah, but you never fucking use it. Yeah, you're a super fan. There's no denying it. Shut up. Okay, do you want to see these Batman themed decorations for my residence hall? Yep, okay. Okay, so this is Two-Face. It's a little blurry, the quality's not great. I think I was still using a flip phone back then. We have, obviously, that guy. I don't know what his name is though. He's a little, he's a bit of a deep cut. I'm pretty sure nobody really knows who this is. Nobody can know who this is. You have to be a real comic book fan to even get it. I can't believe you put this in a dorm. This style is how I decorated every single dorm I lived in for 3 years. 3 years, bruh. Yeah. So it was all covered up in, what's it called? In Batman themed stuff. The second year, I put up a bunch of Game of Thrones stuff. The day that the people moved in, right? That the college students moved in, the first years moved in. One of the moms was like, this is satanic shit. She tore one of my posters down and threw it down the trash chute. And I lost it. I think it was Jon Snow, and it was the one that took me the longest to make because of the, like, feathers and stuff. Not feathers, like the fur on his coat. It took so long to, like, paint and then to cut out. And then my third year, it was all Nicolas Cage in that style. All Nicolas Cage. That was what's really fun about the Nicolas Cage one, though, was that one of the residents got in on it, and he thought he was trolling me, but I was like, I want you all to troll Nicolas Cage. That was the point of a Nicolas Cage-themed dorm. He went around during Christmas, and he printed out a bunch of Nicolas Cage faces with Santa hats on them, and cut them up and started sticking them all over the place. Doorknobs, doors, windows, the bulletin board, bananas, everywhere. It was so funny. The lady doth protest too much, methinks. Yeah, fine. Alright, I love Nicolas Cage. He's great. Greatest actor ever. Whatever.